Manchester United has received a significant boost ahead of their Premier League clash against Nottingham Forest, as 5 players have returned to training. Ruben Amorim's squad, looking in better shape, prepares for their Tuesday encounter at the City ground. This marks the resumption of domestic duties, with United facing third-placed Forest in what promises to be an important match. The positive updates from Carrington include the return of 3 defenders: Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, and Lenny Yoro. Maguire has not played since the Emirates FA Cup clash against Fulham earlier this month, while Shaw, who has been sidelined since December's 4-0 win over Everton, will provide a welcome addition to the defense. Yoro, who missed just the last 2 matches, victories over Real Sociedad in the Europa League and Leicester City in the Premier League, also returns, helping solidify the backline. In addition to the defensive reinforcements, United received a positive update regarding their goalkeepers. Altay Bayindir and Tom Heaton, who had both been absent recently, were spotted training with the group again on Friday morning. This return ensures Amorim has options for the upcoming matches. The timing of these returns is crucial, as April will be a busy month for Manchester United. They have 7 fixtures in total, including a crucial Manchester derby at Old Trafford and a 2-legged Europa League quarter-final against Lyon. The return of these key players comes as a welcome development, and Amorim will look to continue preparing the squad for the demanding challenges ahead, both domestically and in Europe. Andre Onana reveals Arsenal and Chelsea approaches after making Manchester United exit Decisio. Andre Onana first made a name for himself at Ajax, and that led to interest from Arsenal and Chelsea, only to turn down both before he ended up at Manchester United. Andre Onana admits he had the chance to join Arsenal and Chelsea before later ending up at Manchester United. The Cameroon star burst onto the scene whilst at Ajax, which resulted in Premier League interest in his services. He was eventually among a host of players who left the Dutch outfit, but, had things turned out differently, he could have been playing in the Premier League for one of United's rivals. Onana was part of the team, led by Erik ten Hag, that made the last 4 of the Champions League in 2019. The likes of Frenkie de Jong and Matthijs de Ligt moved on after those exploits, and Onana had a number of Europe's biggest clubs pursuing him. He was asked to name the clubs he has come close to joining during his time at Ajax, and told Le Media Carré, "I had Monaco, I had Nice, I had Atletico de Madrid, I had Chelsea, Arsenal." Pressed on who he came closest to joining from Ajax, Onana replied, "Lyon. I spoke with the president, the technical director, so it was advanced anyway. It was difficult for me to speak with the president because I decided to learn Italian." Onana later ended up at Inter Milan, whom he joined after he completed a doping ban. With the Italians, he reached the Champions League final with his stock again on the rise, and Ten Hag came knocking once more, spending just shy of £50 million to bring him to Manchester. He was quickly named the number 1 at Old Trafford after replacing David de Gea, but has not convinced during his time. His ability to play out was a key reason behind the club pursuing him, but he's made a number of blunders that have led directly to goals. Onana, though, will snub a lucrative offer from Saudi Arabia to remain as United's number 1, provided they want him. Onana has been linked with a summer move to the Saudi Pro League after another turbulent season at United. The goalkeeper wants to remain at United beyond this summer and will only go if the club tell him they want to offload him. The 28-year-old admits that the attention on the club means that you're always under the spotlight, and you know if things aren't going well. He said, "The exposure. When it goes well, you are on a cloud. When it goes badly, you are lower than that. That is why it's important to find the right balance. It's not to forget what made you get there. There is a lot of pressure at this club." Marcus Rashford warned over Old Trafford return as final decision made on exit. Ruben Amorim is preparing for kickstart Manchester United's season after the international break with a trip to high-flying Nottingham Forest next week, as he looks to continue their promising form. Manchester United's turbulent season has shown signs of improvement under their new manager, Ruben Amorim, who is hoping to kickstart the team's momentum following the international break. The Red Devils will face high-flying Nottingham Forest next week, looking to build on a recent unbeaten Premier League run and their progress in the Europa League. Amorim, who took over after a difficult start to the season, has led United to a 4-game unbeaten streak in the league, including a 3-0 victory over Leicester City. However, challenges remain as United gear up for tough tests against both Forest and City, with hopes high for continued form. One of the most notable stories emerging from United's squad is the situation surrounding Marcus Rashford. The England forward's future at Old Trafford has been a topic of intense speculation, particularly after his move to Aston Villa on loan in January. Prior to his departure, Rashford was struggling at Manchester United, falling out of favor with Amorim. His loan to Villa was seen as a fresh start, and since joining the Midlands club, Rashford has shown signs of improvement. In 4 starts, he has registered 4 assists, a promising return that has helped boost his confidence. His performances earned him a recall to the England squad for the recent international break, where he played in both games against Albania and Latvia. Villa manager Unai Emery has been instrumental in Rashford's revival. Emery has a reputation for nurturing players and helping them improve, and club chief Monchi believes this will be key to Rashford's development. Monchi stated that Emery has a long history of making players better, and this is one of the main reasons players are attracted to Villa. Beyond the promise of improvement, Villa's ambitions to challenge for the top 8 in the Premier League and secure a spot in the Champions League add to the allure of the club. Monchi further emphasized that players like Rashford, if they choose to stay at Villa Park, can look forward to both individual growth and team success under Emery's guidance. While Rashford's future at Villa Park appears positive, there has been speculation about whether he could return to Manchester United in the summer and fight for his place under Amorim. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his future, his current form has made it clear that he still has a lot to offer, and many believe that he can continue to develop under a coach who knows how to get the best out of him. His experience with Villa could give him the confidence he needs to push for a place in United's starting lineup if he returns to Old Trafford. In addition to Rashford's situation, there is also uncertainty surrounding other players at Manchester United, with reports suggesting that up to 8 players could be offloaded in the summer. Among them is goalkeeper Andre Onana, who has faced criticism for several high-profile mistakes this season, including errors that have led to goals in the Premier League. Onana's position at United has become increasingly precarious, and it remains to be seen whether the club will make a decision about his future in the coming months. For now, Ruben Amorim's focus will be on continuing to build United's momentum as they prepare for a crucial stretch of games. The trip to Nottingham Forest will be an important test for United's form, but if the team continues to progress as they have in recent weeks, they could be well positioned to finish the season strong and fight for a spot in next season's European competitions. Meanwhile, Rashford's future at both Manchester United and Aston Villa will likely remain a key talking point in the months ahead, as both clubs aim to secure their long-term ambitions.